Yeah, fucking is on.
Hey! Cue the fucking music!
Football time.
G-Men! Welcome back to Dudes and a Mexican. I'm your host, some dude named Vicky Salazar. To the left of me, some dude named Peter Soprano.
What's up?
To the right of me, resident Mexican, Dave Quinones. And that music means we are.
Are you ready for football?
Can't believe we are less than 25 hours away from the start of the NFL season.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the football preview edition of Two Dudes and a Mexican. Obviously, before we start,
We give you like 80 picks.
I gave you like 80 picks on Peace Corner. So what we're gonna do moving here on out, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yep.
YouTube.com.
We'll
It's
do
not
it.
that fucking hard.
It's not
We'll
that
do it.
hard. / Two Dudes and a Mexican.
Just click.
That's the only way you're gonna get to see Peace Corner,
Boom,
get
boom.
free picks,
That's it, Baba. Come on,
subscribe,
just click.
and click. So that's a public service announcement. But yeah, boys, a little rundown of what we're gonna do today. We're gonna preview the NFL season. We're gonna give you our picks for divisions. We're gonna pick our wild card teams and why. We're gonna pick the conference championship games. We're gonna pick the Super Bowl.
Everything.
Everything.
We're gonna pick the coin toss.
We're gonna try to be unbiased, right?
We're gonna pick the coin toss. That's what.
The way too early.
What are you gonna do? Pick the Giants in
way
the Super
too
Bowl?
early.
That's right.
If they want you to lose money, he'll pick the Giants in the Super Bowl. But
the truth.
I'm sorry, Jeff. I'm not looking at the camera. I'm so sorry. I will look at the camera.
Daniel Jones.
But yeah, that's the rundown of the show. But since it's been a segment for the last 3 weeks, I wish Hal would come with some music. We'll start off with a little Mets watch.
Wow.
It's been really prominent the last couple shows. But before we get into the football, David, what the hell happened?
Did that hurt?
Yeah, listen, we had a fighting chance. I think now, especially after what happened last night, it was a downer, even though they won today, but
Nobody watched.
I think
I didn't
They
even
died from last game.
I watched.
They died from last game.
A real Met fan watch. So,
I think I didn't sleep yesterday.
but I don't. I think it's tough right now. It's tough. That's our playoff chances right now. So I think it's
See ya.
It's done. I think it's done. I don't know if Mike K. Be a betting man, so I hate to say it,
I don't know if Mike K was Suez.
but
First week of September.
getting swept by the Braves and getting swept by the Cubs. I think right there. I mean, and then last night being up 10-4 and then losing that game. I just think as a Met fan, listen, still proud, baby. Still always wear my colors. Proud, but yeah, in reality, I don't think
Was that the most hurtful loss that you've ever seen?
No, I wouldn't
Up 6 in the
say
ninth?
it was disappointing, and I thought before that though, getting swept by the Cubs. If you're a real baseball fan, you knew it was over. So, but it was this.
The part that hurt, this is the reason why I said I thought it hurt so bad, because yes, you gave up 7 runs in the ninth, but we've seen teams come back with big runs in the ninth before. You guys scored 5 runs in the top of the ninth to make it that lead.
I know.
Like you made a 1-run game to a 6-run game just to give it all back. That's the part that.
And it's crazy because
ridiculous.
this year, obviously, our bullpen again, our bullpen problems, whether it's our closer, whether it's our relievers. I mean, Lugo pitched a good 8th, and then they take him out, and then all of a sudden,
Of course, he just scored 5 runs.
This comes into out of hand. So
It's all right.
it's frustrating.
It's all right. The reason I didn't sleep yesterday.
It's frustrating.
The reason I didn't sleep yesterday is because I was laughing at the Mets. So I just.
I'm glad you laugh at the Mets. So
It was pretty funny.
I guess I'll laugh at the Yankees when you guys lose.
It's all right. We made the playoffs.
Man.
And we will come
It's
back to
getting
that.
personal.
Don't worry about it.
It's
Don't worry
getting
about
personal.
it. Hey,
We made the playoffs, though.
Hey,
We're gonna make the playoffs. You guys.
Hey, you hit, I'll hit back. So hey, come on.
So, hey, you guys, you kept me up all night. I couldn't stop laughing at how you blew us.
I'm glad you think about the Mets though.
You know what's funny?
I don't think about the Yankees.
You know what's
so I
funny
don't
though? You know what's funny? The Syracuse Mets. The
think it's
Syracuse
a little
Mets
pathetic,
actually blew a 7-run lead to the Staten Island.
Right, baby.
What are you doing? What is that?
Keep talking, man. Kill him. Talk about kill a Met fan.
No, but anyway. Syracuse Mets blew a 7-run lead like an hour before the actual Mets blew a 6-run lead.
Crazy.
So I guess it runs in the family.
I guess so. I guess so.
All right, so that's enough baseball. Let's get that out the way. I just had to pick fun at David. So boys, last year around this time, our show was just starting, and I wore the same exact shirt as last year.
No way.
I did.
Oh my God.
When we first started with the first football show.
I think Dave too.
Nah, I didn't wear the shirt.
I don't remember he did. There's a picture. There's a picture on the Instagram that shows what I was wearing. It's the same exact shirt. So just to keep the good, just to keep the good karma going. You know, every time there's a football preview show, I'm just gonna wear this one. Because I think we've done well with our show. So you know, next September it'll be the same show. It might be a little faded.
We should post a poll on people that like this shirt.
Yay
or nay.
I love this shirt.
We want your opinions, guys. So do you guys like the shirt, or do you say, the shirt needs to go?
I'm gonna send a link.
Send it.
I love this
Send
shirt.
it, baby. Send
it.
it.
I love this shirt. I don't even know what the post tonight is, but yeah. So a year ago today, I mean, I think might have been. I think the season started a little later last year. I don't remember. Anyways, Wednesday before this. No, it's actually Thursday.
Yeah.
We did it Thursday before the game actually started.
Yeah, we did it because
so maybe we're a day early.
Because the game was delayed.
Right.
Yeah. So
like,
delayed.
what was it? Lightning?
Yeah, it was the Falcons and Eagles, and it was delayed by we had lightning and all that stuff. So they delayed it like an hour.
Well, so every start of the football season, you're gonna see this nice pink shirt. So getting right into it. A lot of storylines leading into the season, but now tomorrow starts. So before we get into the actual preview of the season, what are your thoughts on the Super Bowl champions not actually opening the season? The Patriots. Normally it's birthright, past tradition where the Super Bowl champion always opens up the season.
Yeah.
But we're going with the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears for the 100-year anniversary.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with it. I understand that every previous year the defending champion has opened up the season, but the NFL has decided that this is going to be a different season. It's going to be, because it's the 100th season, they wanted two original NFL teams, and they wanted one of the old school rivalries that's been from the start. So I don't really have a problem with it.
What about you, Dave? I mean, why couldn't they pick the Giants and the Colts if you wanted two original teams? I mean, they played.
They didn't want Brissett on the air. That's why.
What's the greatest game of all time? Everyone always calls it the Giants and the Colts. How come we're not going with that, David? There's a little bias, I think.
Yeah, no. Listen, I don't have a problem with it. Listen, you have a good rivalry there.
Daniel starting. That's why.
You have two really good teams. That are probably going to make the playoffs. So, obviously Aaron Rodgers is one of the big names.
You're already giving us your picks.
Khalil Mack is one of the big, names obviously this year. So I don't have a problem with it at all. I'm opening it up Thursday with two teams like this, same division, good rivalry. I like it. So no problem.
NFC North teams.
You already gave us his prediction.
Just a preview.
Big news. Obviously, the big news happened. I mean, I don't know if we want to get really into the big news, but obviously Jared Goff signing his $100 million, trillion dollar,
right? 34,
100 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that threshold for these quarterbacks that may not be the Aaron Rodgers, the Tom Brady's, the Breezes of the world? Is Jared Goff a top 5 quarterback, and why is he getting 140 million?
He's not a top 5 quarterback. I have him as a top 10 quarterback, but
140 million?
No, the thing is they're overpaying all the quarterbacks now. We've already heard people like Dak saying he wants 40 million, and we've already seen Garoppolo before even starting a full season get a bunch, and then we saw Kirk Cousins get 30 million guaranteed. It's ridiculous the amount of money that quarterbacks are getting without proving that they can carry a franchise. So I disagree with all of it, but the way NFL is right now is almost like we got to have a quarterback. Even if he isn't a top-notch quarterback, he's good enough, so let's pay him. I don't agree with that, but that's what seems to be going on.
But why is there a market? Why is there a market for just above average QBs?
They should be getting 15 or less.
To be making more money than the Khalil Macks of the world, the Aaron Donalds of the world, the Julio Joneses of the world. Like why?
They're blowing up too.
Why are Why is Jared Goff getting 140 million?
Because quarterbacks, obviously that position I think is the most important in football. You see it with teams like the Broncos, who get one quarterback, then they draft another, then they pick somebody else up. To have a quarterback that is familiar with your offense, is good with your coaches, is good with your receivers, is intact and obviously good with your team, your offense, to consistently do it year after year. That's what you want, and you're going to pay top dollar to maintain that person on your team.
Even if it cripples the rest of your team?
Even if it cripples the rest of your team, man, because like I said before,
to me,
that position is the most important in football. I don't care what you want.
For sure. But
that is the most important.
So why get an adequate person? Why don't you wait till you get that elite quarterback?
Well, that's my point.
Because some teams are scared. Because
there it is. That's what it is.
There's too many questions.
It's the fear of not having a quarterback.
Not only that, you're comfortable with what you have, and you think you can build off of that.
The term franchise quarterback is used way too loosely. Kirk Cousins,
correct? It is.
No,
definitely not.
Jacoby Brissett, franchise quarterback?
No.
Well, he just got 2 year, $30 million.
That's a lot. That's way too much
for a career backup. For a career backup to get.
What choice do they have?
What choice do they have?
But what choice do they have at this point?
Let them go and draft one. You got it.
Man, that's tough.
Your two past quarterbacks that you just drafted were Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck. I think they know how to pick quarterbacks.
Okay, but right now is what I'm saying. Right now,
you take a bad year.
So it's crazy. Maybe they don't want to. Listen,
you got Tua coming out next year. You got Lawrence the year after that.
Yeah, but they still have a high-powered offense. They have a lot of weapons on their offense.
Jacoby Brissett.
So it doesn't matter. You still have a lot of weapons on your offense and a good offensive line.
But you just said it earlier. You said it's about the quarterback. That's the most important person.
It is.
That's the trigger man.
Without a doubt.
What does it matter the outside weapons if you got an average quarterback throwing to them?
Because maybe the owner, maybe the coach doesn't want to take a backseat right now.
Yeah, but that's all.
And says, listen, this is the guy we got. He's been with the team for how long? He's familiar with the offense. Listen, Reich is a creative coordinator. Listen, maybe he'll be creative enough to put him into a good position to win.
Jacoby Brissett aside. So, I'm glad Jacoby got his money, capable backup.
And where did Jacoby come from?
Came from the New England Patriots.
There you go. So
maybe
they have faith in him
which is fine.
Brian Hoyer just got $12 million. All the backups get paid. I'm going to say
it's crazy, man. It's nuts.
Matt Castle.
But that's what I'm saying. You bringing flies in? What's you, man?
Dude, all their backups get paid. I don't understand that.
I agree. But at the end of the day, I agree they're overpaid. At the end of the day, what does this do for the Rams in the future? If Jared Goff, who I don't think is a top 5 quarterback, maybe top 10. What does it do for that defense? What does it do for the Brandon Cooks of the world, Todd Gurley, who they got locked up?
Well,
they got main guys locked up, right? They got
that's the thing I was gonna say.
They got Gurley, they got Goff.
They got Donald locked up.
But they have a window. They have a window now, right?
Yeah, but I think every team needs to have that window. I don't think now, if you're going to pay big players, that you can go on for 15 straight years. You even look at the Patriots. The Patriots have a lot of people that when they get to a certain limit, unless they're a top player like a Brady or like an Edelman or like Gronk, don't let them go. They're not going to overpay their people. And they've always been known to not overpay their people. They pay the people that matter. And that's what I think more teams
Tom Brady's
need to do.
not overpaid, though.
No, it's not overpaid. No, but that's what I'm saying.
But he's taking it upon
That's
himself.
what I'm saying. I'm saying that they don't overpay those guys. They make sure that they're not going to overpay for anybody. So, and more teams now, they're going the opposite way, and they're saying, you know what, we can't end up bottoming out at this position. Let's just pay them. And I don't think that's right. I mean, the same thing happened with the NBA when they started paying everybody so much money.
Yeah, remember Conley getting $35 million?
Yeah, exactly. Because we have to have a good quarterback, a good point guard.
Where does that leave Dak now? Who he's seen his tackles get money. He just seen before we get into it. He's seen his running back get money. And his linebacker get money. And he's seen a guy kind of comparable to him. I mean, a lot of people would rather have Dak than have Jared Goff.
Oh God!
So I saw on Twitter yesterday. I saw on Twitter yesterday. Everybody was like, they'd rather have Goff, and they're gonna pay this guy $140 million. A lot of people like Dak over Goff. And the numbers, I mean, whatever. Numbers are numbers. Numbers are numbers. But what does this do for Dak now?
He's going to get
well, I think originally he's going to get over $30 million. Anyway, because they offered him $30 million, so he's going to get over $30 million. The just question is how much over $30 million does this get him to? Right now, the person that I would point out if I'm him is more Cousins, because Cousins makes $31 million a year, and I'm going to say, listen, Cousins has done probably as much, if not less, than I have. So why is Cousins going to get $31 million and I can't get that?
What's
So,
Goff done though?
huh?
What's Goff done?
He's down into a Super Bowl.
Choked. Three
But he
fucking
got to the
points.
Super
Still
Bowl.
got
That's
him
the
in the
point.
Super Bowl, though. Come
He
on.
got to the Super Bowl.
You can't.
We choked to.
Not anybody can do that.
You can't choke if you can't
If
get
Dak
there.
Prescott got them to, the Cowboys to Super Bowl,
You can't choke. You can't
Dak
choke if you
Prescott
can't
got
get
them
there.
to-
Like,
In the season
they
before
can't
that,
get there.
They got pretty far too.
Yeah, they now that time the kick returner choked that game away.
It wasn't.
They got rid of him already. But listen,
I just don't think that just because you got there doesn't mean you deserve 140
he
million.
played well last year.
What did he do in the Super
He
Bowl?
played well the last 2
What did he
years.
do in the Super
actually.
Bowl?
He was no show in the Super Bowl.
Dude, what did Dak do in the Super Bowl?
He was no
He didn't
Eli
get there.
Manning in the
He
Super
didn't
Bowl.
get there.
See,
He was
right.
no Eli Manning in the
Exactly.
Super
We're
Bowl,
doing Super
baby.
Bowl. When you
Emmanuel
Super
had
Bowl?
destroyed
You
the
have to get
Patriots.
there.
So that means Nick Foles should make more money than Jared Goff then. If that's what we're going on.
I mean, he's making.
He's not making 140 million.
But no, not total. But he's making over 20 million a year.
All right, that's like the going rate for a decent quarterback,
Nick.
which is sad.
It is sad.
Come on, man. This is a family show, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
That's what you say.
2 dudes and Mexicans for the kids.
Unbelievable.
For the children.
For the children.
Right
For the
before you put
children.
him to sleep.
Hey,
All right.
fucking
You put it on.
And lost my train of thought because you guys are talking about children.
He's thinking about Big Dick Nick right
Oh
now.
my God! Jeez.
That's his
Those
boy.
are supposed to be background.
That's his boy.
Not us.
That's his boy.
We're not supposed to say
We
that.
like Nick.
I do. Nick's my guy.
We like Nick.
University
Boy.
of Arizona. Zeke gets his money.
Gets turned in week 2.
4 days before they come or we go to them. In the long run, did you think it was going to get done, or was I know Pete kind of predicted that he was going to get traded.
Yeah.
Pete was wrong. I like what Pete.
He was wrong.
I like what Pete.
But I think he was thinking Melvin Gordon, not.
No, I admit when I'm wrong.
He was wrong.
I thought it was going to get done, but I thought it was going to get done more into the season, especially with all that drama that happened with Jerry Jones, and then him making a comment, and then going back to Zeke in his camp, and then them kind of like.
Jerry is
So
shit.
I listen. I thought Jerry was going to. I thought Jerry was going to stand his ground, but again,
with Alfred Morris, who the fuck's their backup?
Zeke probably said
Pollard, man, Pollard.
Pollard.
I know exactly.
Scott Pollard from
But
Kansas.
I thought it was going to go. Listen,
Who?
Tony Pollard.
Tony who? Romo?
Tony Pollard's pretty good.
Scott
actually.
Pollard,
Have you seen him?
6'11" center from
Yeah,
University
watch
of Kansas.
Oh my God.
Who the fuck is Pollard?
So backup.
Going forward, yes, the backup. Going forward,
backup.
I thought it was going to be into the season. Yes, I didn't think it'd be before they play the Giants, and of course the Giants have
Some difference.
I
think the Giants are preparing for him. Right move or wrong move, Pete, on Zeke? I say it's the right move. I said that a couple weeks ago. I just think he is the best player on that team, regardless if they have a great O-line, regardless if they have a good defense. He's a difference maker on offense. He makes Dak better. He makes Amari Cooper better. He might make old ass Jason Witten look like he's like 5 years younger. All right. But
1 year.
right move, wrong.
I think it was the right move because they had to get the center of the offense back in there. Dak is not the center of their offense, and they need something to take some of the pressure off him. Because if Dak has to be the center of that offense, then they're not going to be well this year. Because he's not a pure passer. He's a good solid passer, but he's not a pure passer that's going to sit back there and throw 40 times. They needed to have Zeke to be the center point of that offense. Bring the safeties down a little bit, and now they can do play action and go deep to Amari Cooper and guys like
You want
that.
another?
Yeah, take another
Diet Coke.
Yep. And before
He wants a Yingling.
Youngling, so fancy.
He's from Pennsylvania.
He's from Pottsville.
I know Pottsville. I used to live in
Yeah, possibly.
Orfield.
So you're a Mexican from Pottsville?
Yeah.
Mexican from Pottsville. Nice to have you.
Yes, he's Mexican. He's the Mexican.
He's a Mexican on the show, apparently. And before we move on to our picks, what that Super Bowl appearance do for Cass? Kyle Kaepernick.
Nothing.
All right then. Shout out to Jay-Z.
No.
Jesus.
Damn.
Sorry.
Jay-Z.
Sorry. That was one.
Might as well.
Moving forward, let's get into our picks because we got about 15 more minutes. So Dave, I'm going to start with you.
Giants making the Super. I'm sorry.
Yes, I agree. Nice shirt. Nice shirt. Rest in peace, Pops. Love your shirt.
That's right. Rest in peace, Pops.
Peace.
Love you, man.
Senior. Let's go with your Let's go with your 2 wild cards from the NFC and why.
Whew. Good question.
Apparently, you said one of them earlier.
Said one of them earlier.
Yeah, no. So
One of them earlier.
I think my 2 wild card picks for NFC is going to be the Green Bay Packers, and I'm going to go with the Dallas Cowboys. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers. I think
That's it?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean,
enough right
well, I'm
there.
explaining. Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
no, I mean, that would have been a good enough reason for me, actually.
I don't think their defense is going to be that great, but listen, you got probably the second, third best quarterback in the league. I think he's going to pull out some games at the end of the year, at the end of each game. So they still obviously have talent on that team, Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams. So they have a good team. It's Green Bay. They have a good culture of football. I don't think
He got his fucking coach fired last year.
I mean, of being good is what I mean.
Okay. It's not a good culture,
I
David.
mean, all right, of being good, culture of being good. I mean, they're always good. I mean, I think the Bears will win that division. And with the Cowboys, I honestly think they're going to start putting those puzzles back together. You got Zeke, probably again the best running back in the league.
Whoa.
Take it easy.
I said probably. I didn't say
That means
exactly.
probable that he might be, but he's not.
Probably exactly. I didn't say he was.
Okay. Well,
Who is that? Who is?
Huh?
Who is?
Saquon
Barkley.
Oh, yeah,
Of course.
yeah.
Then that's Saquon.
Oh.
It's definitely White House. It probably.
I don't know.
I said probably.
Dave's it's probably his 5th one.
You guys are killing me. So you guys are killing me with these.
That's why I switched to Diet Coke. 'Cause,
Okay, so
I don't say things like good culture and
So maybe Zeke is going to be a good running back. Is that all right? Can I say that? Maybe he's going to be a good running back this year. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe he ate too many tacos at Cabo. So listen, but I think Dallas will come out with that second wild card. I think they have a favorable schedule, and I just listen. I think they'll come out with that second wild card, especially with Dak being an athletic game manager. So.
He's off, right? You got to tell him. I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna go next. I like the Seattle Seahawks to be one of the wild cards. I think David Clowney pickup was really key for that defense. I still think Russell Wilson is top 5, if not top 7 QB in this league. And you guys are saying how important the QB position is. He's elite. He's been in 2 Super Bowls. I like DK Metcalf. I know Pete just thinks he's a speedster. I really like him. I think he's going to shot.
When's he coming back?
Probably week 4, I think they were saying. But I like that team. I like Seattle. I like them to come out as one of the wild cards. My second wild card, who I picked to not make the playoffs last year, and I was right. The Atlanta Falcons. I'm picking the Atlanta Falcons to be the second wild card. Matty Ice or Matty Melt, however you want to call him, has always been consistent in the regular season. It's in the playoffs where he's a little shaky. Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley. I mean, I just think he has 2 number ones. I mean, not many teams in this league have 2 number 1 wide receivers. I think Calvin Ridley's going to show out. Julio Jones is Julio Jones. I think that defense is fast. That's how they always play. And I just think this is it's a bounce back year for them. You know, Tampa Bay has crab legs as their quarterback. We don't know what he's gonna do. Cam is Cam, but who's Cam gonna throw the ball to? And old Greg Olsen, that's pretty much all he's got left. Christian McCaffrey is gonna put up his numbers, but he's like in the same situation as Saquon Barkley. He's gonna be 2,000 all-purpose yards, but that's pretty much it. So those are my 2 wild cards from the NFC.
Well, I kind of took one from both of you. I agree with Dave that I think the Packers will make the playoffs. One of the biggest issues that they've had for the past couple of years is getting pressure on the quarterback. As Clay Matthews has slowed down, Clay Matthews is no longer there. They replaced him with a bunch of pass rushers. They have Frackel, the second-year player that had around 10 sacks last year. Then they got in Preston Smith from the Redskins, who's a big-time pass rusher. Then they got Zadarius Smith from the Ravens, who's another good pass rusher. So I think with the pressure that they can get on quarterbacks and they have a good secondary, I think that now pushes them into a playoff spot. Still don't know if they can win the division, but I think they can get a playoff spot. And my second playoff team, I agree with you, the Falcons. I think they have a lot of weapons there in Atlanta. Like you said, Matt Ryan, who I'm not a big fan of, but he has Julio, he has Calvin. I'm not a big fan of Austin Hopper or Hooper, but you got Devontae Freeman in the backfield. They have so many weapons there that I think is going to be hard to stop. That you even got a player like Mohamed Sanu, who's a number three wide receiver. So they're going to be throwing a lot. So and Devontae Freeman's a good pass catcher. You got Ito Smith, who's a good backup running back. They're just stacked on offense, and I think their offense is enough to carry them into the playoffs. They still have some issues on defense, but they do have players coming back. With Keanu coming back in the secondary, they do have Keanu as a safety coming back. They have their pass rushers come back. Deion Jones is coming back this year, so they have more pass rushers and a lot of speed on defense. I think that they're going to be the second playoff team.
Okay, so staying with you, give me your 4 division teams and give me one reason why for each.
Okay,
for the NFC. I'm sorry.
I think for the West, you go with the Rams. I think it's just because their offense is just unbelievable, and during the regular season, it's tough to stop their offense.
Very expensive quarterback.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's their quarterback?
Jared Goff. That's him.
Okay.
The $100 million man. Second team, I'm going to say the Bears win their division. So I agree with Dave that the two teams playing them all will both make the playoffs. I think the Bears' defense is what's going to carry them, and I think they have a growing offense now with Trubisky now starting to get more comfortable with that team, and Nagy now being there. They need to get Carly Lloyd to be the kicker or something.
So messed up. They should get Carly Lloyd.
They need to get
That's
somebody.
so messed up.
Then
I'll keep my opinion on that one.
And the NFC South, I have the Saints coming out there. I think Drew Brees and the combination of Drew Brees and Alvin Kamara is very hard to stop on offense because you don't have to have great offensive wide receivers, and he does in Michael Thomas. He has a deep threat in Ted Ginn, but you don't have to have great offensive weapons when you have Drew Brees because he's so accurate and he's so experienced, and then you have Alvin Kamara in the backfield. So their offense is so good, and they have a good young defense that's getting better. I think the Saints are going to win that. And in the NFC East, I'm going to not pick the Cowboys, and I'm going to say the Eagles do win that division. I think between the experience on that team and the amount of talent that they have with Jeffrey and now bringing back Deshaun Jackson and drafting Miles Sanders, who's a good young running back, and Carson Wentz is going to be there. We obviously have Zach Ertz there at tight end. And then you flip on the defensive side and you got like a Fletcher Cox and you got all the studs on that defensive line. I think that they have probably the best mix of an offense and defense of every team in the NFC.
You just hit me with a Davism because you kept going and going. I just said one reason. You gave me 4.
Well, it was a long reason.
Why is he hating?
Because I asked you, Dave, 10 seconds why this happens. Dave goes,
if I need to
59 seconds.
add, I add.
Well, no, that's why
man.
I'm the driver. You're the passenger. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
He's
Not with your
magic.
shirt. Not with your
Right, he's
shirt.
magic. He's passing the ball.
I'm magic.
That's
I'm
Coochie,
I'm
right? Not
magic. You're
Gucci?
worthy.
Coochie?
You're Kareem.
It says Coochie in the back.
I'm gonna go with the NFC East. I'm going with the Eagles again. I just think they're the best team, probably in the NFC. As long as Carson Wentz stays healthy, which is a big if, but I just think they're the best team in the NFC. Probably with maybe the best quarterback in the NFC if he's healthy. In the North, I'm actually picking the Bears not to make the playoffs. I'm going Green Bay, taking that division. Aaron Rodgers, fully healthy, expecting a big year out of Jimmy Graham. Devontae Adams, that offense, I just think it's going to be unstoppable. I know monsters of Midway and so forth. I just think the Bears missed out by a game. In the South, I'm going with you. Saints, Kamara, Breeze, Sean Payton. It's pretty hard to stop. And in the West, LA Rams, I just think they are probably the second best team in the NFC, all around, defense, offense. So, yeah. David, who you're picking and one reason why?
Just give me 1 second.
Well,
I just want to be very accurate on this.
They just delayed me?
So no, yeah, I had to. I mean, he asked for it, right, guys? Look, they're saying, please delay Vic. He's being a dick. Okay, I will delay him for you guys. Okay, so guys, in the East, I got the Eagles. They're very deep. In the North,
He's learning.
I got Chicago. 2 words. Mac.
You messed up?
Mac and Cohen because of him.
That's 3.
South, New Orleans, Drew Breezy. And West, I got the LA Rams, of course, the Beast, and God. That's it.
Good job, Dave. I'm very proud of you, David. Actually, that's pretty good. That was pretty good. So I'm going to start with the AFC wild card. I'm going San Diego as one of the wild cards. I think AFC West is probably top heavy between 2 teams, the Chiefs and the aforementioned San Diego Chargers. I'm sorry.
Superchargers.
Sorry, lack of sleep. The Raiders are a freak show, and the Broncos still have no quarterback. So the AFC, to me, the AFC is pretty top heavy as well. So I think the Chargers take one of those wild card spots. Second spot, I'm actually going to give to the Baltimore Ravens. I know, right? I'm crazy, right?
Pissed off Dre.
I'm sorry, Dre.
No, you couldn't worse than the fucking Browns.
I think Jim Harbaugh is probably the second best coach in the AFC. It's like second best head coach. He'll figure out a way to win games with that defense. And Lamar Jackson and my boy from New Orleans that just went there who has a prominent role. What the hell is his name?
For who?
The running back from New Orleans.
Oh, that.
You don't
even like him.
You don't even like him, but he's going to do what? Mark Ingram.
Ingram.
Mark Ingram. So I think that they take that second wild card. David, I'm not even going to have you delay me. Who are your 2 wild cards?
I should delay you. They're asking for another delay. They liked it. So we got 1,000 more followers for that.
Oh, delay me.
Did they subscribe?
I'm trying to get to. So first one, listen, I'm going to agree with you with LA Chargers. Listen, even without Melvin Gordon, they have a lot of talent on that team. So,
You said I like Chargers. Good job.
I said San Diego.
I know.
All right,
I had to correct him, so it's okay. So I guess he's been drinking out of my bottle.
Is there?
So listen, I like the Chargers.
San Diego Superchargers, not the LA. The song is San Diego Superchargers, not the LA Superchargers.
So listen, but yeah, I still like them. They have a lot of talent on their offense. I think they have a good defense too. So I'm going to go with them for the wild card. First one. Second one, I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns. So I don't think they win the division. I still think Pittsburgh wins that division. Although they have a lot of talent on that team, I think they're gonna slip and get that other wild card, obviously because of their offense, and I think they're much improved defense too. So
that was like 2 reasons for each, but go on, Pete.
I'm going to say the Chargers because of the best combination of offense and defense. I'm going to say the Steelers because I think that they have something to prove. They're going to be extra motivated to get into the playoffs this year.
So I'll start with you again. 4 division winners. One reason why.
All right, so I'm going to go with the Chiefs because their offense is so explosive. I'm going to go with the Browns because same reason, their offense and defense, they have impact players. I'm going to pick the Titans because the rest of the people in that division suck.
Bias.
You said one reason, so that's it. And I'm going to say the New England Patriots because, come on, look at the division.
All right, well, I'll go real quick. I got the Pats because the AFC East has been the worst division in football for about 20 years now. And that's why the Patriots always win like 12 games a year. Basically have 6 wins already. North, I'm sorry, Dre. This ain't your year, buddy. I got the Browns winning that division. They have a young, really good young defense.
Delay him.
You already know that offense.
Delay.
I don't even have to talk about the offense. I think the Browns and the Ravens are the AFC North entrants. The South, you know who I'm going with. BDN, Jacksonville Jaguars. Great defense.
What does that stand for?
Quarterback.
What does that stand for?
It's a kid show, David. and you know, Tom Coughlin is my guy. So no luck. I don't know what the hell's going on in Tennessee. So I'm definitely going Jacksonville.
Did you make them last year?
Guilty.
Go back to the tape.
Guilty. Houston won the division, didn't they? All right, so that was off. And for the West, pretty easy. Chiefs. I mean, I don't even have to explain myself on that one. So. Delay? Come on, Dave.
Delay. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, guys. So East, obviously Patriots. You don't bet against Belichick. You don't bet against Brady until you beat them, obviously. So
When you do, you don't.
with the North, guys, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. Listen, even though they lost AB, I think they still have way too many weapons, man. I think Big Ben is going to come up to the challenge. I think their defense has improved. So I think they're going to have a good season. So
They got more weapons than left than
South. Actually, I'm going to stay with the Colts, guys. Even though they lost Luck, even with Brissett, I think they have too many weapons on that offense. Too many weapons on that offense
Too many
to
drinks.
fail.
Needs
I think
a
Reich is
refill.
going to do a really good job with his creativity with his offense. So I'm going with the Colts. And in the West, Chiefs. Obviously, I think everybody has Chiefs. Patty Mahomes, I think he has another 50 TD season.
So I'll start with I'll start the conference championship and who wins. Conference championship, I think we'll get a rematch of last year, New England and Kansas City. I think whoever has the home field advantage this year will win. And I think the Chiefs' schedule kind of favors the Chiefs a little more. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl this time. D4 is not going to be a fucking idiot and line up off sides. So I picked the Chiefs to make the Super Bowl in the AFC.
I'm going to go with AFC Championship will be Chiefs versus Chargers.
I like it.
And I'm going to pick the Chiefs.
Whoa.
I don't like the Melvin Gordon situation now. So.
Well, David, you have to.
I'm going the same. So AFC Championship. Yep. I'm going Chargers Chiefs. I think it's Andy Reid's year, and I think he wins this to get to the Super Bowl final.
All right. So then I go to the NFC. I like. This pains me to say this. I like the Eagles, as long as Carson Wentz stays healthy, to be in that championship game against. I like him against the Seahawks. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm feeling the Seahawks this year.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe it's because Sierra, but I love Russell Wilson.
Because of Sierra.
I love Russell Wilson. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league, and I think he's going to have an outstanding year. And I think the Seahawks are going to make the NFC Championship game. And I'm picking the Eagles, by the way. I'm sorry.
Eagles to be in the Super Bowl?
Yep.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
What?
Crowd is
He was
shocked.
drinking out of my bottle.
Crowd is
He's
shocked.
been.
I'm going to go with the Saints versus the Rams in a rematch of the controversial game last year. I think that, and I think once again the Saints will find a way to blow it, and I'm going to pick the Rams to go to the Super Bowl.
The referees.
All right, so Super Bowl, Dave, you had the Chiefs and who? Oh, I didn't get you. I'm sorry.
You didn't get to him.
I'm
Damn.
skipping you.
Damn.
Dude,
He
stop
delayed
drinking
you.
out of my bottle,
He
bro.
delayed
You
you. Now
didn't
you
give me any
skipped
money
him.
for this bottle, goddammit.
He delayed you. He skipped him.
They said
It's delayed
they
right
said
now.
to skip you. Trivia. NFC Championship game winner and one.
Yeah, NFC Championship. Listen, I'm going with the Eagles, and I'm going with the Saints. Yeah, I know it pains me to say the Eagles, but they're so deep. Carson Wentz.
Only good on paper.
Listen, that offense. I think their defense is going to be really good this year. But I'm going with the Saints going to the Super Bowl this year. Listen, they were one call away from making it to the Super Bowl last year. It sucked the way that went down. So I think they make it all the way to the Super Bowl this year. So.
All right, so who's your
Bunch
pick
of
for the Super
whiners.
Bowl?
Oh Jesus, here we go.
We got 3 minutes left, Dave.
All right, going with KC. KC, finally, Reed gets his Super Bowl. Patty Mahomes gets his first of maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 Super Bowls in his career.
Whoa, 3?
What?
Well,
3?
I'm a Patty Mahomes fan, man.
Cannon Jones.
As much as I hate to say this,
Oh no.
Oh Jesus,
Oh, Javi's gonna kick you off the
dude,
show.
yo, you gotta cut this shit.
I'm just
Yo,
kidding.
When he says it, you cut it. When he says it, you cut it right away.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's all Lucky gave you.
Holy shit! You just,
I like-
he just
I
changed
like-
his mind.
No,
He just changed
I
his
didn't
fucking
see it.
mind.
I
Yes, he
didn't see it.
did.
I didn't see him. I didn't see
He
him.
just
They're
high
even saying it right now. He
He
changed
high
the
beamed
fucking
him
look.
from over there.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes. Shut up.
Hurry up!
They don't have BDN this time to save him. But I like the intrigue of Andy Reid taking on his old team. I think Andy Reid finally gets his ring this year. and he does it against his old team. I think Mahomes is gonna just absolutely blow it up this year. And again, it's all about who stays healthy. And of course, this is probably gonna be wrong at the end of the year, but I'm taking the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
I'm going to go with a rematch of the highest scoring game that we saw in the league last year, with Rams versus the Chiefs. And I think the Rams will end up winning the Super Bowl this year.
Oh.
Wow, I like it.
Would it be a shootout again?
Yes. It's going to make up for the crap that was last year with that one touchdown game.
God.
I mean, I made
Now we're going to have like 8 touchdowns per team.
There was no touchdown last
2 more things before we go. Who do you got tomorrow and why?
I think the Green Bay Packers will win by a field goal because I just think Aaron Rodgers kind of owns the Bears.
I got him by a touchdown. I don't like Trubisky, not at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears. So that defense, I think, is going to stifle them this first game. So I think they probably win by at least a touchdown. So
remember, he beat them on like a broken leg last game.
he did, but it's a new year. It's a new year. First game, got to get a little that rust out.
New year, new me.
You never know.
New year, new me. And one final prediction: Melvin Gordon plays this year. Yeah, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon plays this year.
Yeah.
No, does he play for the Chargers?
Later on in the year.
Who he plays
No.
for?
He will not play for the Chargers.
I don't think he'll play for the Chargers either.
He's going to be traded.
No, I don't think he's going to play for the Chargers either.
Hey,
It's a whole clusterfuck.
just stick with it. I know you wanted to have him on the Chargers.
Clusterfuck.
No, I don't think he plays for the Chargers.
If he does, they could go to Super Bowl.
But that's it. I mean,
San Diego Chargers,
San Diego Superchargers. So football is officially 24 hours away.
Let's go.
Less
So
than.
that's our show for the week. Like I said, subscribe to the fucking
Now.
channel. No
Now.
more Pete's Corner on free Periscope
Now.
because it's just shouldn't be free. Like we're not even charging
It's
you
not
for
fair.
it.
It's not fair.
Like we're just making you subscribe and watching 10 minutes worth of picks.
It's ridiculous.
It's not. It's really that serious. It's not that serious. Some guys charge you like $30 a pick, $50 a pick. That's right, Ed. But yeah, that's our show. Good luck with your picks. They'll be back Sunday with some more picks for you on Sunday.
NFL.
And the NFL starts on Sunday. So happy NFL fucking football season.
G-Man.